Hi, everyone. I'm Jim Shanahan. I'm Dean of the Media School, and I'm delighted to welcome you to this year's virtual commencement celebration for all of the graduates from the Media School. And so delighted that we could celebrate them in this way this year, and delighted that you could join us virtually from wherever you are. I'm speaking to you from, obviously, Franklin Hall, where so many of our students have done so well over the past 4 years. And so today's ceremony will be an opportunity to celebrate their achievements and for all of us to look forward to the future that they will have based on the exciting things that they did here at the Media School. And let me start just by thanking all the different groups of people whose work goes into making for a successful education of a college student. And we're speaking, of course, of parents, friends, caregivers, family members, and I hope many of you are sharing in this experience today. Um, Not to forget, of course, the dedicated staff of the Media School, the excellent faculty that your students have had a chance to work with, and ultimately, of course, the students themselves. So thank you to all of those groups who make our work here at the Media School so exciting. The Media School at Indiana University, just again, a brief history for those of you who might be new to it, is still a fairly new school. We've been here for now 6 to 7 years. The school was created out of legacy units that had been at Indiana University, units like journalism, telecommunication, communication and culture. And we are now a place that brings together the study of almost all kinds of media, almost literally under one roof, as you can see here in the atrium of Franklin Hall: journalism, advertising, public relations, video game, film production, media production, film study, the study of communication and media's effects. And I'm leaving out many of the other things that we do. It's what makes the Media School an exciting and diverse place in terms of the kinds of things that students can study here. And our students go on to very, very successful careers in all of those industries. Our alumni are all around the country and all around the world doing very well. And so it's great that we can now see a new crop of students graduate to follow those folks into the world and continue to do well. And there's no question in my mind that in today's world, media are more important than ever before. Let's think just about some of the events that have shaped the lives of students while they were here at Indiana University for these past 4 years. Of course, the dominant event that will have shaped their experience is the pandemic that we're hopefully starting to emerge from. And so that really changed and shaped the experience that a student could have here at Indiana University in terms of the kinds of courses they could do, the kinds of living experiences they would have, the relationships they could have, and so forth. Not the traditional college experience that many of us would have had. And of course, in many ways, yes, that was a challenge. But I'm so proud that our students did so well in responding to that. And so we have them, along with faculty and staff, and really Indiana University as well, to thank for the fact that we have navigated as a school through this pandemic, not only having survived it, although of course we do think very much about folks that have been lost along the way who were important to us. But as a school, we've been able to get through this with students still able to have an excellent experience and to have a great grounding for being able to do well in their future. So undoubtedly, this graduating class will think of itself as somewhat of a COVID-19 class, and I think they will have emerged much the stronger for having gone through that, as I feel like I myself and many of my colleagues will feel the same way. So that's number one, the pandemic issue. Number two, in these past years especially, it's been a time of immense focus on social issues, not just at the Media School, obviously, but around the country and around the world. And our students here in the Media School, like many of their colleagues at IU and around the country, I think have been one of the most engaged generations of students that I've seen in a long time. So much to praise them for that level of interest and concern and compassion that they have for each other, for their fellow students, for people who are less advantaged than they are. And we've seen that in the school in actually many student-led initiatives that will, I think, reshape the way the school does business for the near future and the medium and far-term future. Things like the student-led creation for instance, of the Black Voices section at the Indiana Daily Student, a student initiative from start to finish, and many others like that. So again, very proud of our students for responding in, I think, a very meaningful way to those social issues. The last point I'll make is to return to what I said earlier, simply about the importance of media in all this. Of course, as a media school, we've always felt that media play an important role in all aspects of our lives. That's always been true. But we've learned, especially in the last year and a half or so, that without media, especially in the kinds of media that we can teach here and produce here, that life might not have been able to go on in quite the way that it did during this pandemic, through the kinds of remote experiences, the mediated experiences we can have with each other. Those prove to be very, very important. And so our students will now have grown up in that context. They will have learned that lesson, and they will take that into a media world that is already much changed from what it was even 2 years ago. So that's the positive side of that. Of course, with any tool of human communication, we know about the negatives of that too. And so I'm hopeful that our students will be able to take what they've learned here, which is so much, too much to describe in one short commencement speech, to help us deal with the problems of human communication that we still have, the kinds of misinformation, disinformation, or ultimately misunderstanding that we have around all the different issues that I mentioned earlier. And so the hope will be that our students will be the kind of people who can help us move towards a greater unity of purpose, a greater understanding of each other, greater compassion of each other, and ultimately, of course, a more productive world for all of us to live in. I'm confident our students will do that. That's been my experience all the years I've been here as dean. Indiana and Indiana University students and Hoosiers are great at doing that and will continue to be so. So I'm so proud about the contribution that the media school can make to their lives. I'm so grateful for the generous contribution that the students make to my life and to that of all of our colleagues. It really makes it a great place to be. And so thank you to those students, and of course, congratulations to them. And so speaking of students, I want to move to the next section of our ceremony here. We will have some remarks from two of our students. I'm speaking of Tamar Scher and Amy Gallagher. They're both in our Bachelor of Arts in Media program. You can see them behind my shoulder. Hi, guys. And oh, it worked great. Good to see them. So Tamar and Amy, why don't you take it away? And thanks so much, and congratulations to both of you as well.
Good afternoon to the faculty, friends, family, and graduates who are joining us today. I'm Amy Gallagher, and I'm graduating today with a BA in Media with a concentration in Management, Industry, and Policy, as well as a marketing minor.
I'm Tamar Scher, and I'm graduating with a BA in Media, concentrating in sports media and specializing in both broadcast journalism and public relations.
It's such an honor to be speaking here today, but we would be remiss if we didn't reflect on the year behind us. In a perfect world, we'd be together in the IU auditorium where I could look out to a sea of familiar faces of friends and faculty. Yet we're living in a world where Zoom has taken over our classrooms, masks are required, vaccines are desired, and a longing for normalcy is on everyone's minds.
Together, we, the class of 2021, are the class of perseverance and resilience, which we proved through this unprecedented year. On the one hand, we have experienced a global pandemic, racial injustices, and hate crimes. But we've also witnessed a presidential election, the Mars rover landing, a historic NCAA tournament hosted entirely in Indy, and IU celebrating its bicentennial year. Together, we've been through so much, and yet we still have found the ability to use our individual voices to make an impact on the world, to write our own stories. We have the Media School to thank for that.
The Media School is made up of a wide variety of phenomenal students. What unifies Tamar and I, as well as many of you, is that we're both women in media. Along with being a woman in media comes many amazing opportunities for growth, as well as many moments of frustration. For those of you who know me, you know that IUS TV has defined my college experience. It's been an absolute pleasure to serve as co-creative content director for the last 2 years. I would have never been able to come into that position without the encouragement from my female colleagues. For my first taping here in Beckley's studio, I was surrounded by amazing female members. From their confidence, skill, and passion, I was able to see a future for myself in production. And now I get to be the woman at the forefront of the room. I've made it my mission to empower all of the women who work on my shows because I know the power that that holds. That's not to say that the last 4 years have been all sunshine and rainbows. There have been countless moments where someone made a passing comment that undermined my work. There have been people on crew who didn't think I was capable of directing. There have been people who thought I was too bossy and outspoken. In the moment, those comments hurt, but I wouldn't trade those experiences for the world because they forced me to prove those people wrong. The biggest and best takeaway from those experiences was the decision to found Women in Media. This student organization is the most important thing I've done in college. We've started important conversations about the realities of being a woman in this field. We've empowered our members through networking opportunities, salary negotiations, and guest speakers. It makes my heart soar that when I leave Bloomington, Women in Media will continue to make an impact. I would have never been able to make an impact without the support of the media school. The media school equipped me with the knowledge to walk into the studio and feel completely confident. The media school curated a faculty that saw the value in my goals. And of course, the media school brought together the inspiring group of students in the class of 2021.
As Amy shared her story, here's mine. I'd like to start with a fond memory that has stuck with me to this very day. On one of my first visits as a prospective student, I attended a men's basketball game at Assembly Hall, a matchup between the Iowa Hawkeyes and the Hoosiers to be exact. On the Jumbotron, former players such as Victor Oladipo, Yogi Ferrell, and Calvert Chaney came on the screen stating their name and I'm a Hoosier. I share this story because for my entire life, I dreamed of one day becoming a Hoosier. Now, not only am I a Hoosier, but 4 years ago, I started writing my story as a proud woman in sports media. The media school gave me, like so many of you, the opportunity to pursue my dreams and actually find my voice. I chose to dedicate my college career to honing my craft in sports reporting. Through my work in the sports media program, I was presented with so many opportunities I never believed possible. I got the chance to learn from IU alumna and ESPN sportscaster Sage Steele, who encouraged me to chase my dreams. I landed an internship at Wish TV in Indianapolis, covered a men's soccer team that made it to the College Cup, hosted the first Hoosier Hysteria tip-off show in the new Cuban Center at Avid Virtual Studio, and I was the first female reporter to join the Hoosier Network and created a podcast to feature women in sports. But none of these accomplishments and experiences would have been possible without the support and guidance from the people that have built the media school community. Galen Clavio taught me how to say yes to every opportunity, no matter how small. Dean Shanahan told me to make every moment count. And writer and Trisha Whitaker taught me the art of storytelling. Point is, I, like so many of you graduates, have the media school to thank for impacting my life and pushing me to find my voice. Whether you're graduating with a journalism degree, media advertising, game design, cinematic arts, or any other major, we can all be identified by the word Hoosier. And I can confidently say this class of 2021 will never stay silent. We will never be muted. With our voices, we have proven that we can each bring something unique to the table and break barriers. We're the future, we are Hoosiers, we are unstoppable, and we are unmutable.
We've proven ourselves over the last 4 years. As a result of our hard work and media school resources, we have collectively achieved so many milestones. For starters, the media school's game design program ranked top in the state of Indiana in 2020.
17 IU students and recent alumni assisted the production of the 2021 NCAA men's basketball tournament.
The Public Relations Student Society of America was named Star Chapter by the National Organization for the 9th time.
The IDS celebrated their 150th anniversary.
From a generous donation, the Arnold Center for Investigative Journalism launched in 2019.
None of these accomplishments would have been possible without the incredible media school faculty and staff who have given us the platform to live our truths and create our own stories. So here's our thank you note to you. Dean Shanahan, thank you for making this school a welcoming place. Your care for students and dedication to the media school has made IU feel like home.
To Steve Kroenke, thank you for being my first, last, and favorite media school professor. You've taught me everything from storyboards to line item budgets, to music rights, to writing 14-page papers like it's nothing, to simply being a good person.
To Galen Clavio and Ann Ryder, thank you both for pushing me to chase my dreams and for giving me confidence even in the most challenging times. I am the person standing before you today because of the two of you. You continue to touch students' lives each and every day. The Media School is lucky to have you both.
To Michael Uslan, thank you for believing in me. I took your class at a time when I was doubting myself and my future. Your knowledge and support validated my hopes to move to Los Angeles and pursue the entertainment industry.
To Dan Brown and Alan Major, thank you for showing us the ropes and teaching us the valuable skills of production and camera work. I couldn't have gotten a job after graduation without your help.
To Lisa Major, thank you for seeing a value in an organization like Women in Media. Your unwavering support from literally day one inspired and uplifted us.
These are just a few of the amazing people who have made an impact on students' lives each day. We will forever cherish the memories we've made and the lessons you've all taught us.
To the class of 2021, it's been an absolute pleasure learning and growing with you. You all have such unique, beautiful stories, and I can't wait to see how you use what the Media School has taught us to share your stories with the world.
Thank you, Amy and Tamar. So appreciative of your words and all that you've done on behalf of the Media School and what you represent of all of our students here in the Media School. So right now, I want to turn it over to the main portion of our event, which is we'll have our esteemed faculty, two of our very popular faculty, Professor and Professor Monahan, are going to recognize our alphabetical order.
Tekwa Abdulwahab, Trey Abernathy, Holden Abshir, Grace Abushalbak, Adrian Adams, Samuel Adamson, Asha Agarwal, Annabelle Aguiar, CJ Ajawara, Nathaniel Alarcon, Niha Alispuri, Delaney Alexander, Kate Alt, Cecilia Alvarez, Jaden Amos, Lauren Anselm, Caroline Anders, Ian Anderson, Stephanie Antonopoulos, Tyson Archie, Maddie Arias, Jordan Arnett, Meg Ashman, Morgan Ashtari, Zoe Askolmas, Annika Baez, Zoe Bagel, Yiting Bai, Emma Bailey, Jordan Bailey, Zion Baker, Jordan Barnes, Michael Barnes, Aaron Barrett, Tatum Barton, Simone Bassett, Emma Beasley, Malik Benberry, Tanner Bender, Justin Berger, Kendall Bernard, Madison Bickett, Benjamin Billings, Sabra Bender, Jonathan Bird, Jason Black, Brittany Bloom, Deshaun Board, Samuel Bodner, Samuel Boland, Anthony Bolero, Deshaniel Booker, Anna Boucher, Hallie Bova, Samuel Bowden, Nicholas Bragg, Amaya Brannigan, Nicole Brodigan, Ian Brady, Brendan Breslow, Andrew Briggs, Sam Britzalara, Brooke Broker, Charles Brooks, Kevin Brown, Lydia Brubaker, Luke Burkhart, Catherine Burns, Eric Burton, Paige Campbell, Cassidy Cantu, Stephen Carlisle, Ann Carmody, Allie Carroll. Gabriella Servi. Tanner Child. Claire Chapman. Gabriella Sheriff. Jai Chen. Peter Chen. David Chung. Vincent Sindrick.
Caroline Cholfi, Sophia Clampett, Maura Clark, Emily Clark, Hannah Clare, Emma Klein, Alexandra Codella, Caleb Kaufman, Emma Cohen, Lior Cohen, Olivia Cohn, Jessica Colby, Will Coleman, Nick Comer, Wei Tao Song, Elise Corman, Carter Costas, Megan Crass, Aliyah Darling, Bradley Davis, Lissa Davis, Jacques de Carbonniere, Alexander de Saint-Jean, Jacob de Castro, Alexandra Dederer, Maya Delgado, Alexandra Darren, Nicholas de Britta, Maddie Dickon, Adara Donald, Ariane Dora, Helena Duarte, Joni Duggan, Lauren Dupree, Samuel Dykema, Jocelyn Eads, Emily Eastern, Anna Ehinger, Julia Aiden, Jalisa Elliott, Riley Ellis, William Eltsroth, Maximino Eslava, Abigail Faber, Kai Fan, Zili Fan, Brendan Faust, Noah Feldberg, Maxwell Feldman, Jacqueline Ferguson, Danielle Fisher, Andrew Fish, Rachel Fisher, Justin Flederman, Arden Flume, Christopher Forrester, Dylan Faust, Noah Franklin, Olivia Frey, Noel Friel, Mel Fronzek, Brock Fry, Malik Futrell, Julia Gabe, Juliet Gahan, Amy Gallagher, Max Galuzis, Clarice Gamblin, Drake Garbachik, Noah Gastino, Samantha G, Hannah Genovese, Michaela George, Montana Gerber, Kendall Gherkin, Sophia Godinez, Jack Goylo, Jeffrey Goldenhorn, Anthony Gosling, Jordan Gould, Emily Greggs,
Jack Griner. Abby Gressley. Gage Griffin. Anna Grimes. Daniel Gutierrez. Emma Haas. Hunter Haynes. Autumn Harris. Alexandra Harrison. David Harrison. Ethan Hartzell. Ilea Hassan. Maxwell Heath. Morgan Heck. Nadine Henderson. Carson Henley. Sam Hess. Nicole Hill. Connor Hines. Sophia Holt Wilson. Catherine Homer. Grace Haran. Anna Hosfeld. Drake House. Samuel House. Tanner Hovis Johnson. George Hoy. Sharon Sue. Ella Hunt. Carson Hurwitz. Julia Hutchins. Ryan Hyatt. Emily Isaacman. Taylor Izard. Hannah Jacko, Matt Jacobs, Tamila Janabaeva, Dylan Janoski, Jonathan Jarabek, Hanshao Zhang, Donna Johnson, Peyton Johnson, Sam Johnson, Trevor Johnson, Rose Johnston, Jacob Jones, Chloe Jorgensen, Trisha Joshi, Aaron Jung, Sarah Cashman, Abby Khan, Dante Cargadorian, Samantha Karachu, Maggie Kassenbrock, Mallory Kenoy, Imani Keith, Adelita Keller, Shane Kennedy, Abigail Kern, James Kesselin, Daniel Kidwai, Ethan Kidwell, Morgan Killoran, Nicole Kim, Raquel Kipnis, Matthew Kersner, Madison Kiddo, Amanda Klausner, Haley Klesmer, Robert Kostecki, Stefan Kraisnik, Kevin Kratz, Ellie Kramer, Nicole Kraluski, Kelly Krug, Sherry Kwang, Ava Kuhn, Carolyn Kuhn, CJ Kuzdal, Benjamin Lacquier, Catherine Lale, Andrew Lamparski.
Jerome Lechleitner, June Shaw Lee, Lindsay Lanenbach, Alexandra Lex, Jack Lenehan, Eliana Levy, Emily Levitt, Rachel Levitt, Ariel Levy, Shale Levy, J.R. Lewis, Savannah Lewis, Iris Lee, Ada Liang, Emma Lipe, Guillermo Lithgow, Charlie Little, Shannon Livingood, Eva Livingston, Sarah Lloyd, Justin Locke, Jacqueline Lorenzo, Zach Lauter, Jessie Loudon, Shinyu Lu, Charlotte Luau, Devon McKay, Peyton Madigan, Erica McGee, Alize Mabub, Sarah Mantich, Zoe Martindale, Nicholas Martinez, Elizabeth Mather, Adam Mattingly, Olivia McLeod, Devlin McClure, Tyler McNall, Grace McSorley, Carly McCann, Bailey McHugh, Quinn Merkler, Mitchell Mavora, Samuel Meyer, Asher Michelson, Simone McCallion, Kira Miller, Zachary Milnamo, Caitlin Marioni, Sydney Mervis, Cameron Mishakus, Jack Mittermeier, Veronica Moe, Stephen Morchian, Jonathan Morrison, Michael Moskaluk, Kat Mossian, Nellie Moat, Mark Murley, Katie Murphy, Nick Murphy, Brittany Mwanya, Zachary Myers, Jun Yong Na, Noah Nash, Maxwell Neumann, Erin Nelson, Tony Newburn, Erin Nicholson, Katie Nitzberg, Rachel Knoll, Bennett O'Brien, Andrew O'Connor, Michael O'Neill, Bear Oaks, Justin Oletsky, Perry Oppenheimer, Paloma Orozco, Emily Ostik, Caitlin Pachilio, Tyler Parker, Guyan Partlow,
Connor Patrick, Danielle Patterson, Jillian Paxton, Cicely Pedrigan, Andrew Phillips, Peter Peering, Juan Pimentel, Marin Pisani, Nicholas Pleston, Lucia Poling, Mary Prusen, Paul Purvis, Yuan King, Christ Koo, Caroline Quint, Greer Ramsey White, Andrew Red, Tremar Reese, Luke Reeser, Taylor Reinhardt, Austin Render, Paul Revak, Sophie Reynolds, Lance Richards, Tiffany Richmond, Sophie Richter, Andrew Riggs, Gamshon Rowe, Claire Robideau, Lorenzo Roca, Sheridan Rodstein, Noah Rawlings, Bray Allen Rome, Nicole Rosevear, Erica Ross, Andrew Rood, Emma Rumpelt, Kyler Runnels, Abby Ryan, Peyton Sadler, Benjamin Sanchez, Misty Saylor, Matthew Schaefer, Cameron Schreiner, Joseph Schroeder, Gabrielle Schultz, Adam Schwall, Lauren Schwartz, Zoe Schwartz, Avery Scott, Savannah Scott, Megan Siebert, Lucas Selim, Donnie Shaw, Iking Shao, Tamar Sher, Rachel Sheridan, Abby Siegel, Evan Simmons, Jamie Skygin, Michael Skiles, Dylan Slager, Chloe Slen, Pascal Sloman, Riley Small, Brendan Smith, William Sojantoro, Charlie Sean, Haley Souza, Julia Spinner, Kurt Spittler, Lillian St. Angela, Courtney Stapleton, Jacob Steele, David Steinman, Kate Stewart, Jordan Stillman, Adam Stockholm, Emily Strober, Rachel Stropke, Parker Stroud, Meredith Strewing,
Emmett Sullivan, Matthew Sullivan, Blake Sunderland, James Sutton, Liam Swain, Clara Swan, Peter Talbot, Nicholas Tedesco, Julia Telthurst, Meta Thomas, Maggie Thompson, Corey Thornton, Tony Tippler, Anna Tiplick, Mitchell Tower, Akani Tokusumi, Faith Tolbert, Sydney Tomlinson, Noah Tompkins, Jacob Toppin, Nick Town, Kai Trotter, Avery Turner, Devin Turner, Noah Turner, Hank Tuttle, Taylor Usselman, Aina Ogunbayar, Elizabeth Van Buskirk, Anna Vandenberg, Thomas Vanderbroek, Hannah Van Gundy, Alexis Vanestol, Alyssa Velez, Lexi Vanetti, Ty Vinson, Dat Vo, Andrew Walker, Sam Walker, Stephen Walker, Alexandra Waller, Jinan Wang, Jiao Wang, Sarah Cla Washington, David Wasserman, Douglas Watley, Madeline Weeks, Lane Weinstein, Bonnie Weinsapfel, Madison Weisgerber, Blair Wheatley, Brandy Whitaker, Alyssa White, Whitney White, Jeremy Whitmore, Adam Wigington, Elizabeth Willard, Alyssa Woolard, Cami Ray, Nathan Wright, Ryan Wroblewski, Junhui Wu, Yidan Shong, Wenqi Yang, Yuzhou Yang, Ryan Young, Tian Yu, Sierra Zane, Hannah Zaremba, Alexa Zavaleta, Olivia Zarek, Mujin Zhang, Shiqi Zhang, Wenqi Zhao, Yanri Zhao, Anji Zhu, Caitlin Zimmerman, Lexi Zrelak, Sarah Zygmuntowski.
Thank you, Galen and Elaine, and thank you and congratulations to all of our joining the ranks of nearly 25,000 media schools around the world. And so I just want to congratulate you on the occasion of your graduation tomorrow, and I hope I'll see many of you there at Alumni Stadium. We want you to take advantage of our places like Chicago, New York, Los Angeles, and many other places around the country and the world. Hoosiers are there to help you begin on your career and the rest of your life. Personally, I send you my very best wishes for success. So congratulations again to all of you. This concludes today's program. Bye, everyone.